Good Thursday morning, July 31st. It is the last day of the month, y'all. We're kicking off the month of August tomorrow, if you can believe it. And we're continuing to be in just a busy season. Heat continues, hoping to see a little bit better weather very, very soon. We'll have more on that coming up today, News 12 at noon. But kicking off this half hour, we get to spend a few minutes again with our friend Eric Tidmore from 1% List, Scenic City. Eric, thank you for making the time to be here once again.
Thank you. Great to see you again.
So earlier this week, we got to talk a little bit just about what you guys do as a whole.
Absolutely.
Let's kind of remind people, 1% List, the name says it all. As we're going to kind of introduce this segment, tell me what we're going to be talking about today.
You know, 1% List, the name does say it all.
Yeah.
List your home for 1%. Save thousands of dollars when it comes to the commission. We represent buyers.
Yeah.
You know, buyers, it's very important. We can sit down, we can get a game plan. The market's becoming more of a balanced market. It's a great time to be looking at a house. Even though interest rates are a little higher, you have more to choose from, and you have more options of maybe getting your closing cost paid. There's some options, you know, where we could potentially negotiate those in.
Yeah.
And you have a lot more to choose from with the available inventory.
So something that we've talked about a little bit in the past is that real estate, obviously people are probably buying a house, selling a house, all times of the year, but there's really going to be that really popular trend July, June to be specific. So you're kind of coming out of that probably really busy season. As we're rolling into August, how does that impact you guys? What are you guys expecting to see? You
know, we do see a little bit of a slowdown, you know, on the buyer side. You know, as far as listings, we stay pretty continuous taking those listings. You have school starting back.
Sure.
You know, you hit a busy time. You want to get that last vacation in, that last weekend to you go to the beach or go to Pigeon Forge. So that does slow down a bit. And the heat, believe it or not, when you get to these hot temperatures,
yeah,
it's not really exciting thinking about driving around, walking around houses.
It is not fun. Or any of the movers, anybody involved, I think they're all like, oh goodness, please do not do it.
But we work really late, so we could work at 7 or 8 at night.
See,
once it cools down a little bit.
That helps out a lot. And something that, you know, you mentioned the back to school time, and that's something that a lot of people may be going into college or about to maybe get an apartment or some of those things.
Absolutely.
But when it comes to actually representing the buyers, what is something that you're expecting to see you guys start doing into this next month? Some things you're kind of preparing for.
You know, as the seasons change, you know, we start to lose daylight.
Sure.
It gets a little tougher. We actually have more showings on Saturday and Sunday, and we work 7 days a week, you know, and, you know, depending on your work schedule, if you need a buyer's consultation, we can meet at our office 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and get a game plan together. You know, the first steps is kind of identify your wants and your needs. Next step, we engage a lender. We look at packages. You know, there's certain options with a lender, depending down payment assistance, and we kind of get an idea of how that's going to look, and then we proceed to go out and look at houses and find you the perfect house.
See, that is so cool, and I completely forgot that you guys are open 7 days of the week. So it's not something you're like, Eric, I want to sell a home, and you're like, sorry, I'm off the clock. It's like, you know, like, I'm going to be there all the time, all the time.
Absolutely.
Well, and I know that your sellers, buyers, everybody really does appreciate that, and knowing that they're like, I can get a hold of y'all. It's not going to be a hassle. And this is something that you don't have to worry about if something happens one day of the week and you can take care of the other day. You're going to be there all the time. So that truly makes such a difference. So as we're wrapping things up, anything else you wanted to share about the guaranteed cash offer or any of those promotions?
Yeah, we have our guaranteed cash offer. You know, that's actually great. We can give you 2 options. We can list your home for 1%, save you thousands on commission. But if your house does have some deferred maintenance or some issues you're concerned about, or you just don't want to deal with showings, appraisals, you know, we can look at the guaranteed cash offer. We can close in as quick as 7 days.
Wow.
As long as title work's done. So it's easy. You know, maybe you inherited a house.
Yeah.
Easy to get rid of.
We can help you. Well, y'all are awesome. And tell me again how we can get in touch with you guys for the latest information.
You can call us 423-355-LIST or visit us on our website at sellfor1.com.
Sellfor1.com. It is that simple and easy, y'all. Eric and his team have you covered, and they are going to take care of you right here in the Scenic City. Stay with us. You're watching Let's Chat. We have much more ahead, including a visit from our friends from the Chattanooga Fire Department. Stay with us.